Hello, beloved, and welcome to your reading. So in this timeless reading, we're going to be looking at what messages the divine wants to give to you. I always remind you that these readings are, of course, generalized. So take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't, because that will resonate with someone else who's watching this reading, okay? We have some interesting cards that are on the table. I'm going to be grabbing our, I'm going to be grabbing our oracle cards. I didn't know which ones to choose. And these ones are the synchronicities, signs, and magic cards. I love these cards because this cat is modeled on my little cat, Raven. Fun fact, okay? So let's grab our oracle cards and see what the messages are coming up as. All right. I can hear some messages from the divine. Okay. Let's grab our oracle cards. So always remember to have a look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and also your ascendant sign. Because by doing that, you get more information. By doing that, your intuition will start talking to you, will start elaborating on these messages, and then this becomes like a personal reading, which is awesome, okay? So let me pop those cards to one side and look at what is going on, because it feels like there is a lot that is going on, okay? I feel that the first card that we should start on is the meditate and contemplate card, because as I'm doing these readings for you, I really want to tune in with your subconscious mind, with your intuition, like I said, with your heart, because there is some messages that I hear where the divine really wants to lovingly talk to you, because some of you, I'm hearing, have just been going through a lot of pain, a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles. It just feels like you're in that energy of, Lord, please take the steering wheel, because it feels like there's just one challenge after another challenge after another challenge, and it feels like there is just so much for you to bear. For some of you, these challenges have led to you engaging in some self-sabotaging behaviors, in some vices and addictive behaviors, and the divine wants to talk to you about that. This reading has a happy ending, so this is really good, okay? So the divine is saying, just tune in with your heart and listen. Do not allow yourself to get triggered by anything that I say, because everything that I deliver to you is with love, with authenticity, with integrity, because we are in this together. Okay, that is the bottom line. So the divine is saying to you, listen, we need to talk about some vices. We need to talk about some addictions, because vices are standing in the way of your greatness. There is greatness that is locked deep within you. And these vices, I've just been told to elaborate on this, because automatically when we think about vices, we automatically think drugs, alcohol, sex. Vices cover a more broader spectrum, because your vices could be coming from work, feeling tired, feeling exhausted, feeling drained, sitting on the couch, binging on some food that you know is not good for you, watching Netflix until 1 in the morning, watching Netflix until 3 in the morning. At the weekends, you promise that things are going to change, and then nothing changes. Your home needs cleaning, because if your home is just holding a lot of dirt, a lot of old stuff, if your home is just full of things that you no longer use anymore, this is a vice, because why aren't you throwing those things away? There's a feeling of holding on to something for no particular reason. So the divine is saying, if you're not using that thing, let it go, donate it to someone. Because in letting go, you are showing faith to the divine, that the divine is able to provide for you. For some of you keep saying that, I'm holding on to this beautiful thing because one day I'm going to lose enough weight for me to wear this. How many years are we going to say that for? Let it go and go and buy something beautiful that fits you, that you can wear now, that will make you feel beautiful, that will make you feel like walking with your head up, that will put that spring in your steps. Instead of waiting for tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. Equally, when you're saying that you're going to start sharing your gifts and talents with the world, and you're going to start at the new year comes, the new year goes. And then you say, I'm going to start a month from now. At the beginning of it is always in that energy of putting things off. That is a vice that is standing in the way of your greatness. So if it is binging on Netflix, find ways of stopping that behavior and finding that dopamine replacement. Because some of you are just in that energy of just feeling defeated. And the divine is saying, don't feel defeated. Because in feeling defeated, you will remain in that state of being defeated. But when you remember how great you are, when you remember the greatness that is locked deep within you, when you remember the gifts and the talents that were entrusted in you, that are locked in you to share with the world, then in that moment, you start to feel inspired to go and take action. But when you just look at it as a big picture, it just seems like you are never going to achieve anything. So the divine is saying that getting rid of these vices that is standing in the way could just be like saying to yourself that, you know what? Tonight, I am not watching anything. I'm just going to go and have a nice bath. I'm just going to go to bed early and leave my phone in the next room. The alarm will be on, but it's in the next room. So I'm not tempted to pick up my phone and start scrolling on social media. And before you know it, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And then you are tired again. You are never having enough energy to conquer what it is that you're saying, that you're praying for, that you're saying that you're wanting to manifest. So the divine is saying there are vices that come in different forms. Don't just be tricked in thinking that vices is just drugs and alcohol. It is more than that. Okay. So the divine is saying that whilst you are in this energy of dealing with these vices that are standing in your greatness, in that moment, also step into the energy of healing your inner child, because there are some trauma from childhood that is also standing in the way. Your inner child wants to be seen. Your inner child wants to be heard. Your inner child wants to know that what you promised that you were going to become, you're going to fulfill that promise, and letting go of these vices and remembering just how great you were. When you were a child, what were you good at? And how can you start doing that again? So whatever it is, there's a really powerful message here that the divine is almost in that energy of like wanting to shake you awake. Because you're not only blocking your greatness, this is also where your blessings are. This is where your abundance is. This is where your money is. This is where all that stuff that you keep on asking and praying for from the divine is behind those vices that are blocking everything. So we're seeing you here really grasping the message that has been delivered by the divine, and standing in that energy of being humble, really looking at your life. Because the divine is saying that a dawn of a new era, a new day can start. But it is your choice to go and do what it is that you need to do to fight this darkness, these vices that is around you. To step into the energy of inspiration. To step into the energy of making some choices that are going to really change where you're going to find yourself this time next year. Yes, the darkness is around you, but the darkness doesn't have to win. You have a choice that you need to make. So the divine is asking you to step in that energy of fighting whatever it is that is wanting to keep you in this darkness, that is wanting to keep you engaged in vices that is want you to keep you feeling like you are not capable of succeeding. The divine is saying that you are very much capable of succeeding. So please stop depriving the world of your greatness. Stop depriving the world of the talents and the skills and everything that the divine entrusted in you before you reincarnated into this life that you're currently in. You made some promises, and part of those promises were that you're gonna make sure that those gifts that the divine gave you were not just gonna die within you, never having seen the light of the day. The divine is saying, don't end up many years from now on your deathbed regretting not having shown up in your life. This is the time for you to show up. On your deathbed, many, many years from now, the divine is saying, don't let the ghosts of your talents and your dreams and who you could have been be standing by you and say, you failed us, man. You really failed us. Because at that moment, there is something deep within you that will just be in that energy of regret, because your life will be there and you'll be able to see all the different moments and choices and opportunities that you could have made a change. And this is one of those choices, and this is one of those opportunities. This is that reminder from the divine to say that you'll remember this video. But of course, it is always up to you. So there's the energy of the 8 of emotions. We are in this energy of walking away from these vices and addictions, walking away from that hole in your soul that is keeping you from really showing up. You're leaving that darkness behind you, and you're going and finding the true you, the real you, the hero, the heroine of your story. You are the main character of your story, so why are you not showing up? But I'm happy to see you finally leaving that belief that you're not good enough, because perfection may be standing in the way. Whatever is standing in the way, I can see that you are going to feel inspired to go and do what it is that you need to do. And I know that you will do it. I absolutely know that, okay? Because you have one of my favorite cards of the world card. You have got number 21 card, the last major arcana card. And this major arcana card is my favorite because it is a card that we can see that you went through. Okay, I like these two cards together, so let's bring them together. You went through the darkness, that dark hour of the soul. You went through that energy of not knowing who you are and not believing in your own power that was invested in you by the divine, or not knowing how to use the power that was invested in you by the divine. You finally felt inspired and you thought, you know what? One step at a time, I'll figure it out. I don't have to have the whole complete picture. And in doing so, you eclipsed that fear that was keeping you here. Those vices, that self-sabotaging. This was that day when you said enough is enough and you walked away. And you walked into an energy of success. Because when we're looking at the world card, it is all about having gone through the challenges, all the different challenges, and not giving up. The world card is all about that completion, that full circle. The world card brings that energy of success and victory, that energy of self-understanding, that energy of empowerment, that energy of feeling like you completed something that was like on a soul level, that was deep, okay? The world card is perfect balance and harmony. And I feel that you're going to see yourself in a completely different light when you get to this card here. Because you are in that energy where you're finally seeing just how powerful you are, and just how divinely gifted you are, and just how divinely important you are to the world. You might just be one person to everyone else, but to the divine, you are part of the grand plan. You are part of the jigsaw piece. You play an important role just as everyone else, and we cannot do without you. The divine is saying that we need you, okay? But at the end of the day, this is your human experience, and you decide when you are ready when to start that first step to that journey that is leading to success. When you are ready, if you are ever ready, you might choose that, you know what, I'll rather stay engaging in vices, in addictions, because I don't feel like I have the power of what it takes to step into that greatness. And that is okay, because the divine will never force you to do anything that you don't feel that you want to do, because this is your human life after all, so you get to choose how this plays out. But I'm hoping, so is the world, we're all hoping that you step into your greatness, because when you do, you're going to shine the light for other people to also step into their greatness. The more people step into their greatness, the better this world is going to become, not only for you, but for your children, for your future children, for the future generation. We all play a part on how tomorrow, the future, looks like. Will you be a hero? Will you be the heroine? It is your decision. So this is the reading that I have for you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you soon. It is a goodbye.